what? You doing that? You gonna take the car, you gonna leave us in fucking Miami stranded, knowing that the beach is like 20 minutes away. It's not walking distance. We can't walk to the fucking beach. What do you expect us to do? Hey guys, this is a story time with me. It's gonna be a little bit more relaxed. So the story time is about how I got stranded in Florida. So we went to Florida in April. I believe it's in April. It's either like in April, towards the end of April, beginning of May. I don't feel like going through and trying to figure out when I went on the trip. But it was 6 of us who went on the trip. Out of the 6 girls, I worked with 3 of them. So basically, we were all supposed to bring a friend. So technically, it was supposed to be like 7 of us. But my friend ended up dropping out of it. So I was okay with going and not having a friend. Like, because I already knew 3 girls that were already going on a trip. So it wasn't like... it wasn't like I'm not gonna have somebody there, like, you know, to hang out with. So we all booked our flights. Well, 3 of us booked our flights with Delta, and the other 3 booked with Allegiant. So basically, I've been to Florida before, but I only went when I was a kid, and we went to Disney. So I'm like, well, this is my first trip going, like, being an adult, like, because I kind of don't travel that much. So I'm like, this is my first adult trip. Like, I'm 21, I can drink, we're going to Miami, we're gonna get drunk, we're gonna have so much fucking fun. Like, it's gonna be so fucking lit. It's not the fucking case. So we ended up leaving on a Thursday. So we all got to the airport. Well, the 3 that was flying Delta, we got to the airport, and the other 3 flight was leaving probably like either 30 minutes or an hour. So our flight was leaving similar to the same time. Maybe like the difference would be like 30 minutes or to an hour. So we would get there a little bit before then. So we, you know, went to go get on our plane and everything. Everything was okay. The flight down there was, it was okay, but this is only my 2nd time on a plane, so it was a lot of turbulence. It was kind of like, you know, it was kind of scary. I didn't even go here, but it was kind of scary. But we got there safely, and then we noticed when we got there, we got our bags, and we were supposed to pick up. We were waiting for everybody to, you know, get off the plane and everything, so that way we could all go and get the car that we rented. So we got our bags, and I ended up texting my other friend that was on the other flight, because they flew a different airline. So I texted her, I'm like, hey, we down here. I don't know if I texted her or if somebody else texted her, but all I know is like, text was sent like, hey, we're here, you know, we just wanted to all meet up and go get the car. And then that's when we had found out that their flight was still in Cincinnati. Like, they never took off. So the flight is only like an hour or 2, so, you know, we just thought that they probably would be delayed for an hour or so. They would still make it there in an adequate amount of time. But as we noticed, we waited a little bit. Then we ended up going to get the car because we noticed, like, hey, they're not going to be here in enough time. It's still been a long time. So they are still there. Their plane basically got delayed like either 2 to 3 times. And they didn't end up getting there till really, really late. So we were like, we're not going to stay in the airport. We're in Miami, so let us all go have fun for a little bit. You know, we're going to go to the beach and wait for them. But I guess communication did not go as planned, and I don't know what happened, but I was not prepared for what was about to happen next. So we went to go get the car. when we got the car, it kind of wasn't the car that we wanted. It was like a really big, like, it was a big ass Pathfinder that set up high as fuck and had like third row seating. So basically like a car that somebody fucking dad would drive, like a soccer dad would drive. It was huge as fuck. But all I know is I wasn't driving, so I didn't give a fuck. That is what made the other two girls I was with, they was mad about that because they were upset that they had to drive a big old car. But if you remember, it was 6 of us. It was either that or drive a minivan. So they were the ones who said they didn't want to drive a minivan. So it's like, and they didn't want to do 2 separate cars, so therefore we got stuck with that big old car. So they was already had like an attitude about that. So, you know, we got the car, so we texted them again and asked them like, hey, are you guys almost here? We just want to check with you guys and see before we leave the airport. No, their plane got delayed again. So we ended up going to the liquor store. And from the liquor store, we ended up going to the beach. We ended up having to change in a fucking car. I know I'm bougie as fuck. I did not want to change, put my swimsuit on in the fucking car because we didn't want to drive to where we were staying because it was an hour and a half away from the airport. So we would be driving all the way there to get there, then drive to the beach, and then drive back to the airport and drive back. Like, it was just too much driving. So we just said like, hey, we're gonna have to suck it up. We're gonna have to change in the car. So we changed in the car. We ended up going to the beach. I got a nice little flick. And then we ended up getting food at a restaurant. There's still the three that rode a different flight. The other 3, they are still at the airport in Cincy. They haven't left yet. So it's about like 1 or 2, maybe 1 or 2 o'clock. You know what? Take that back. It's probably like 3 or 4 because our flight was supposed to land at 1. So it's like 3 or 4 o'clock in Miami. So we decided to go get food. I'm starving. Like, I'm really starving. So we went to this nice little place. We did hookah. We had like little nachos. We drank little drinks, little martinis. And we were just waiting for them because we knew like once they got here, you know, they probably wanted to take a nap. And then after they take their nap, we will go out that night because we plan on going out each night, no matter what. So they ended up getting there. No, scratch that. After them being at the airport for so long, they ended up getting there around 7. Yeah, 7 o'clock they got there, and we ended up driving back to the airport because they said their plane would be there by 7:30. So we wanted to at least try to get there before they got there, so that way they wouldn't have to wait because we know they were already tired. Like, trying to be understanding. So we get there to the airport, and somebody's bag got taken. So somebody had the same bag as somebody else that was on the plane, and their bag got taken. So basically, the person took one of my friend's bag, thinking that it was their bag, so she had the wrong bag. This is all what started everything, because we ended up already there. We're sitting in the hot car. You know, me, I didn't really care because I'm like, I'm in Miami, I don't care. I don't really care. I was sitting in this car this whole time, like, I didn't care because I knew, like, hey, it's only 7, like, we're not gonna be going out until 12 o'clock anyways, so it's not like we need to rush them. Like, they tried to get in contact with the person who took the bag. It took them a while to get in contact with her, and then she happened to be like 30 minutes or an hour away. She was kind of far away, so we had to wait for her to come all the way back to the airport, exchange the bag, so that way we can get everyone in the car and drive to where we were supposed to be getting checked in. So this is how it all started. I'm texting my friend, I'm telling her like, hey, they're getting restless, you know. Okay, I'm back. I don't know what happened. My ring light got messed up or whatever, but I ended up saying, so I texted her and I said like, hey, they're getting restless, like, can you give us an estimate on how long it's gonna be? And the people I was in a car with, they were kind of like really annoyed, but I understand why everybody was annoyed in the whole situation, because it's like, dad, like, we wanted everything to be like smooth sailing and everything, but obviously it wasn't. So they were like, well, we're hungry again, because at this time it's probably like 8 o'clock, maybe 9 o'clock. We ate around 3, so we're like, you know, we're hungry, we want to go get food. You know, me, I'm like, well, I don't mind waiting. Like, we could all go sit and eat somewhere and just try to make the people who were, you know, like, stuck in the airport all day not feel some type of way. Like, because I was just like, they really wanted to just leave them. And then at first they did say some, like, I don't know how to explain it. So, like, there was like, why don't we just leave and make them take a Uber? Or, like, before they were like, I don't feel like going to pick them up, let's make them take a Uber. And I'm just like, well, we can go pick them up. It's not that bad about going to pick them up. First of all, I probably, like, I'm not the driver, so I'm not going to be saying anything. But I'm just going to put my opinion out there and say, like, I know that if they would have told them to take an Uber, they would have been mad. So the 2 girls I was with, they was like, well, let's, you know, just wait for them. I'm like, yeah, because why would you try to tell them to take an Uber? They're not going for that. Or it was like some type of shuttle they can get on for free. You know, they didn't want to wait for them. So I'm texting her and I'm telling her, like, hey, they're getting restless. They're saying they're about to leave. They weren't very specific on what they meant when they say leave. But I wanted to warn my friend and let her know, like, hey, they said they're about to leave. You know, just a heads up. What's the ETA? To try to diffuse the situation. I don't know if that's what started the situation or what made the situation worse, because my friend got really, really upset because they were going to leave. I mean, obviously, I didn't say it to start an argument or make everything just go crazy. I just wanted her to know, like, hey, if you can smooth out this situation by telling us that it's only going to be 5 minutes, we could not have this situation. Like, we won't leave and have to come all the way back. Like, just help. Basically, that's what I was doing. And when they were saying, like, they were about to leave, obviously they had just got the bag anyways. So they would have been leaving just to turn right back around anyways. So I did good by, you know, doing that. So she called me, she's mad, and she's like, I know they're not about to leave, you know. It was just a lot. And so we ended up having to drive over there to the terminal, go pick them up. And that's when all hell broke loose. It got really bad. Like, they were arguing in front of all these people. Like, they were kind of really loud. And I understand where my friend who I text was coming from, because why would y'all leave? Like, why would you try to say that we're going to leave them at the airport after they've already been left? And then a lot about the situation, I think the people who were stuck in the airport for so long were really, really, like, they were tired, they were upset about that situation, and it's just like they all mixed together and just made everything just a huge big old issue. Because I think it could have been diffused, but some things were said during that argument that just couldn't come back from, I don't think. Or I just think the situation was just too big to the point where everybody was upset and a lot of people just was tired and over it. And this is only day 1 of the trip. So we ride to the place in dead silence. We're in the car, it's quiet AF. Like, it's quiet. We get back there and I noticed that out of the other 2 girls I was with, one of the girls was sitting at the table. She was just really, really quiet. And she was talking with the other girl who flew down there with me. And I'm confused because kind of in the middle, because basically they both was arguing. Like, I'm kind of confused because I don't understand, like, why these 2 people are going at it, or like why they even argue in the first place, because we work together. So it was like kind of confusing because I thought we were all friends. So I guess I should give them names. This is kind of hard. Let's just say the girl I have been texting is Rachel, and the girl I'm friends with, who I flew down there, is Tina. So Tina is sitting at the table and she mad, and she's talking to Becky, which is her friend. And I'm not really listening because I'm trying to put all my stuff together, get my bed together and whatnot. And when I go out there, I kind of say like, oh, like, are we still going out? Because I wanted to get cute. I mean, obviously we're not going out. Everybody's upset. So I thought the situation was over. No, it wasn't. So Rachel and her friends were like, we're hungry, we're starving, we want to get food. Like, can we get the car? Tina and Becky say no, they can't drive the car. No, this is basically what they said. Tina and Becky come in the room and they say, okay, hold on, we about to go get the keys. But they come in the room and they start contemplating, talking like, hey, the car is really big, I don't feel comfortable with them driving it. Instead of explaining that to them at first, they're gonna just tell them, hold up. And that makes Rachel really mad. She's not going for that. And she go into the other room. I guess, I don't know what she went in the other room to do, but I know Tina and Becky was talking, and I'm like, I don't feel comfortable with them driving the car, which is understandable because it's in their name. But then again, it's like, well, if it was in my name, I wouldn't let nobody else drive. Like, just point blank period, because you're not going to mess up my stuff. So I do understand where they were coming from, but they should have just went about the situation a lot better. So Tina and Becky, so Becky was like, I'll just drive them to go get food, I'm okay with that. But Rachel and her friends were like, we don't need basically a babysitter. Basically that's what they were saying. So Rachel come back in the room, and her and Tina start going at it. She started going off on Tina. No.
So the person I flew down there with is Tina, and the one I was texting was Rachel. I messed up on this part, so just, you'll get it.
So, like I said, the girl I flew down there is Rachel, and the person I was texting is Tina. So Rachel and Becky were sitting on the bed and they were talking, and then Tina came in the room and Tina brought her friends, and they were basically just saying like, hey, we really don't need a babysitter, can we just get the keys, basically. And so they were going off and arguing about that, and some things were said that should not have been said at that moment because everyone was mad. So it escalated really, really, really bad to the point where Rachel said that she was leaving and she was getting a flight right back to Cincinnati, and we just got there. And Becky was like, well, I have no choice but to leave too, so it just leaves me in the middle. And I'm like, what am I supposed to do? I don't know what the fuck to do. I don't want to choose sides. I don't want to be in this mess. I want to be on the beach with sand in my toes and my tatas out. But therefore, I'm in a room arguing. I'm not even arguing. I'm in a room just looking because I ain't got nothing to do with this situation. I'm not even mad. So, period. What the fuck is going on? But, you know, they arguing. I have no say so because I have nothing to do with this situation. Because I said nothing out this whole situation. I just let Tina know what was going on. I let her know that we were probably that we were going to leave because they said they wanted to leave. You know, and that was it. I had no say so. So basically I ended up having to choose sides, which is something I really didn't want to do. But now looking back on it, I'm happy I chose the side that I chose. So basically they were arguing, words were said that I don't ever want to repeat ever again. So just to the point where they ended up not going to get food, and other people were saying they were going to leave. But here's the thing, the rental car was in Rachel's name. So at first we didn't think none of us could get a rental car because everyone was 21. You know, you had to have they put a hold on your money until you bring it back and then take the money out. Like, I don't know. And then they want a credit card or some stuff. So obviously we thought we wasn't going to be able to have a car because Rachel said she's taking the car back as for one, and then she didn't care what the fuck was going to happen to us. So that really made them mad. Really, really mad. It made me mad too because I'm like, bitch, what the fuck? What about me? She talked about some, well, if I don't go back, I'm just going to get another hotel. You could just come with us, Bria. First of all, bitch, don't tell me where I'm going. It's like, first of all, let me choose what I want to choose. I didn't know which side I wanted to go on, but they were kind of like grandma, so I knew like if I was to stay back with Tina, I knew I would have fun because I relate more to her. Me and Tina, we relate. So, you know, I'm trying to convince her like, hey, just sleep on it. You never know what happened in the morning. Y'all can kiss and make up. But she wasn't going for that. She was really upset. So she ended up finding a hotel and she ended up booking. So I'm still telling her like, what about us? What we gonna do about a car if you're taking the car? And she said, oh, I don't care. That's y'all. Oh, okay, bitch. That's up to us. All right then. Well, if you think about it, you doing that, you gonna take the car, you gonna leave us in fucking Miami stranded, knowing that the beach is like 20 minutes away. It's not walking distance. We can't walk to the fucking beach. What do you expect us to do? So I go in the other room and I tell them that they're taking the car and let them know. And you know, it just was what it was. We ended up having to figure out what we was gonna do about a car. And the next morning, like, we all went to sleep and everybody was mad. So next morning I went in their room. Well, the next morning I woke up and I said like to them, cause they was like packing up. And I'm like, so y'all just gonna take the car and not give us our money back that we paid for the car? And she basically turned up on me for asking for my fucking money. First of all, bitch, it's my money and I want it now. You can't get mad at us because we asked for our fucking money. That makes no fucking sense. You're taking the car back. You're going to get your money back for the car because we only used it for one fucking day. And that still leaves some money for us. So that money that we have left over, we're going to have to take that money and try to get another vehicle. Which I was trying to explain to her. But for her to huff and puff and get upset and start talking shit. Talk about some, girl, you going to get your fucking money. First of all, bitch, all you had to say was we was going to get our money. Okay? You didn't have to get loud and break. It's our money, and we wanted to know that you're gonna not be an asshole and take the money. So I went to the other room and I went to go talk to my friends or whatever, and I got really, really upset because I'm like, bro, I'm not even in this shit. All I did was ask for our fucking money. You gonna turn up on us? And they was just like, well, fuck it, like, you know, it's whatever, bro. We gonna make this shit work. So after all that, we ended up making it work and getting a car and having a really good fucking trip despite them fucking bitches. All I want to say is, if you going on a motherfucking trip, or if you going on a little girls trip, choose your friends wisely, because obviously everybody is not your friend who you think they are. And watch who you take on your trips, because they could be your friend and leave you stranded. All I want to say is, thanks guys. Thanks for watching my video. Subscribe, comment, and like. And I will be dropping new videos. I know I've been slacking. But I'm going to get back on my stuff, okay? Bye, guys.